Hi everyone, Chris here, and today I want to talk about leadership, the instructional designer's leadership role. And it's an important one because there are instructional designers who are managers and they manage an instructional design team, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actual leadership roles within a larger context. Um, and these are important because the instructional designer does not always have authority. So we're talking about leadership without authority. And how do you foster this? Part of it is through some of the things that Kirkpatrick talks about in his 4 levels of assessment, which we talked about in previous videos. A lot of that has to do with showing the value of instructional design and the value of training in general, and making sure that that's aligned to the mission of the organization. There are other things that an instructional designer can do individually, and I think that my top 4 are um, being competent in the craft, being able to deliver the things that you say you can deliver. Um, the next one is having a strong sense of emotional intelligence, knowing your own emotions and being able to pick out the emotions of others and sort of read people. And this is important because the third one is tact and being able to effectively communicate things that sometimes people don't want to hear, especially if you've been assigned to a group and or maybe you've had a subject matter expert assigned to you that doesn't even want to be part of the process, or you've been assigned to work on a course with a subject matter expert who thought it was their course and they don't want you to like step into their spotlight. And so probably the foundational piece of an instructional designer as a leader in an organization is that the concept of trust. In a bunch of these videos, I've talked about ensuring that people can be honest with you. And so having that trustworthiness and that approachability and that confidentiality, if you're doing a needs analysis and people can't be honest with you about what they actually need because there's a correct answer, then you're not going to be as effective. And exerting, exerting, demonstrating leadership qualities and effective leadership in individual projects and in individual endeavors can help bring the instructional design team and the training department as a whole into a more inclusive leadership role within the organization. So this is hugely important. And I was thinking about my own education, and I had a leadership class in school, and it was okay. But a lot of the leadership training that instructional designers get is more of a throw you to the wolves kind of thing, and you stumble around, and then you maybe observe leaders in your own organization or your life in general, and try to pull qualities that you see from them. So I was thinking that over the next few days, it would be great to look at leadership in general and specifically how these different ideas about leadership directly influence instructional designers and what we can take from all of this information. So I'm talking about things like transactional leadership and transformational leadership and servant leadership, and heck, even laissez-faire leadership for those of you who like to lay on the beach and just let people do whatever they want to do. It's valid. Um, so I was thinking we'd look at this and how these impact us as instructional designers and our ability to be leaders in wherever we are. And if you don't know anything about those terms I threw out, I think you're going to have a good, fun couple of days. And if you do, I'm hoping you can help me with some good ideas because, it's definitely an area. I was talking with a friend today who, we were talking about how there really isn't a lot of leadership training for instructional designers, which is kind of frustrating at times. Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you then.